value along with the product, I will often push all of this stuff down a bit. And let's actually do that. I'm going to use this little hand here. I think I can move these images around. So I will take the details about the product and all that, and above all of that, not a tremendous amount of additional work, all I'm going to do is I'm going to add a video up at the top. So the people who are interested, who still want to buy, yeah, they can watch the video, they can glean some kind of useful, tangible value, which I promised in the pre-framing emails. They can glean that above, and if they want to scroll down and buy, they still can. So often, these 2 days, which are kind of our lull days, are still value-giving. They're useful and fruitful for people, whether or not they actually make the purchase. Now, the challenge to you, given your product, is how do you provide tangible, useful value while featuring your product without making it an overt promotional pitch video. You can do that, but I'm the kind of guy that likes to build long-term relationships with my prospects and subscribers, and generally speaking, when I can help it, I like to be able to provide value. And this is kind of a lower impact strategy, if you will. This is not a whiz-bang, hit them as hard as you can email strategy. So given that, on day 3 and day 4, we're providing value, so to speak, in the video form. On our last day, generally speaking, this is when we will quote-unquote go a bit harder. Okay, so here we're going to be driving more directly towards the sale. On this day especially, we will be letting people know tomorrow is your last day. So if let's say that we're doing 5 days of quote-unquote open cart, 5 days where this special value is available for people, and 5 days is a nice span of time. If you do it for a whole month, it's no longer cool or unique. If you do it for 2 days, it's almost like doing it for 1 day. If you do it for 5 days, it gives you a little bit of time to build up the value, provide them with some value, pull them into the product or the offering a little bit. So here we will certainly be letting them know, hey, tomorrow is going to be your last day. And on the actual last day, I'm a fan of sending out 2 messages. Okay, I'm a fan of sending out 2 messages. The first message will go out in the morning. The second message will go out in the evening, essentially drumming home the same core message, which is, hey, here's the stuff. I've provided you with some useful videos or useful educational material beforehand, over the last couple days. And today is going to be your last day. Remember, here's what it is that you'll be getting. So reminding them what they're getting, reminding them of the value that you've brought to them, and reminding them of the value of what you're now offering and why it's unique and why today is the day. Now, the evening email doesn't have to be, something crazy like Henny Penny, the sky is falling. Oh my goodness! In 6 hours, you'll never see. You don't have to be loud and obnoxious about it, but you can be quite frank about it and say, "Hey, I know you might have missed this morning's message. Today's special for such and such is over at midnight or whenever your cutoff time is. I just wanted to let everybody know one more time. Here's exactly what you're getting and why this is different than what you get before. Now would be the time to hop in if you're interested. Go here to learn a little bit more, yada, yada. You don't have to say click here to buy. You can simply say click here to learn more, but certainly remind them it's the last day. If you're normally not emailing twice a day, and most of you probably aren't, if you do this once every 3 months, 6 months, even 1 month, you're not going to blow your relationship with the list by emailing twice, but you will drum up that little bit of scarcity that will often really spike your sales. And it's tremendously common to see as much as 50% of your sales on the very last day. Tremendously common. Happens all the time. And this sort of double at the end strategy is something that I do even on a lighter product launch. So that's that. Now, this little leftover email, this would be sort of after the launch. We might call this +1. The day after, or maybe 2 days after, I'll normally send an email that will differ to buyers and non-buyers. So for everybody who bought the product, I'll give them a nice, cordial thank you. Hey, thanks so much. We only had this open for a limited amount of time, and I'm glad that you got in on it. You're one of the X people who did. You can give them an extra support material. You can simply tell them a genuine thank you, whatever the case may be. And for the people who didn't, you can let them know, hey, I hope you enjoyed the videos that I was able to share with you. Such and such offer or product is no longer available, or at least for whatever the discount was or the special was. But I hope that you were able to glean something or gain something from the value that we had shared in the videos that we had created for you, whatever the case may be. So you're essentially telling them, sort of, thanks for coming along for the ride. Even if you didn't get the thing, I hope that we were able to share something with you that was useful. That's essentially the gist of what you're bringing across. This is a very soft internal promotional strategy that you could hypothetically do once a month without necessarily rotting away your general value proposition with your list, rotting away your relationship with your list. So I've been asked on a number of occasions, how do we do internal launches? This week I was talking to one of my Blueprint clients who had released a new course and wanted to know how to sort of test it out on his own internal list. And as a general framework of sort of leading with value and being non-necessarily pushy or salesy, but still having a little bit of scarcity, a little bit of urgency, and still doing technically what we could call a lighter level launch. This is the way that we do it in the e-commerce businesses that I run, and this is a strategy that I recommend. So I hope this was helpful for everybody tuned in. Again, I don't recommend you build your businesses to be dependent on product launches. What we do here at CLV Boost is teach people how to build recurring revenue, ongoing membership-oriented businesses, whether it's physical product, whether it's a service, whether it's digital products. But if you're going to test offers, if you're going to run internal launches, this is a way that I recommend. So hopefully this was helpful for everybody tuned in, and I'll catch you on the next video.